Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to continue our lecture with chapter 3, that is structures of data visualization. So in this chapter, we're going to learn five different types of data visualization structure. Okay, so the first one is relational networks. Second is trends, timelines, and flows. Third is hierarchical trees. Fourth is spatial temporal. And fifth is textual. Okay, so these are five lesson objectives. Okay, basically we're going to understand data visualization structure for all different types of structure. Okay, where the first one is on relational networks, second on trends, timelines, and flows, third on hierarchical trees, fourth on spatial temporal, and fifth is on textual. Okay, so before we go further, so we have to understand first why does data visualization structure is very important. Okay, so as we know, data visualization is multifaceted. It means it has many sides, okay, where the data has different aspects or features that we can visualize them. Okay, so data visualization gives us a clear idea, okay, of what the information means, okay, by giving it in visual context such as through maps, graphs, or diagrams, or even charts. Okay, so this makes the data more natural for the human mind to comprehend, and therefore makes it easier to identify trends, patterns, and outliers within large data set. Okay, remember in the first chapter we have discussed about this. Okay, where human brain thinks faster through diagrams, through pictures. Okay, so that is the rationale why we present data in the form of visualization. Okay, so visualization also helps you to showcase the relations between objects and values, their correlation, their interconnectedness, and also hierarchy. Okay, so these are all, okay, there are variety of data visualization structure and examples of diagram that you can apply when you want to showcase your data. Okay, so without a doubt, it is very important to know which visualization structure are appropriate, okay, for which data relations, in order to ensure your data is portrayed and understood accurately, okay, across various departments of an organization. So imagine if you are working in an organization, okay, where you need to manage some large sets of data. So by having or by implementing data visualization, so it helps you to portray the right information in accurate way, okay, so that it can be understood by everyone in that organization. Okay, so you can go to this website, okay, the data visualization catalog, where there are plenty of types of visualization that are very interesting. Okay, but there are many tools available, okay, as we have discussed before, I think in chapter 1. Okay, but in this course, okay, we just stick to Microsoft Excel, okay, to produce these different kinds of visualization. But if you want to furthermore or if you want to explore more diagrams, okay, so you can find that there are plenty of tools available. Okay, so the first one, okay, the first structure that we're going to learn today is the relational network. Okay, so relational network is a visualization, okay, that helps to visualize data in data sets. Okay, so when I mention the word data sets, okay, so you have to reflect to data stored in database. Okay, so as you have gone through all the tutorials, okay, where I have given you examples of large sets of data, okay, so you can see that there are so many attributes within one table. Okay, so in one table, okay, you can have, actually in one database you can have more than one table, so you have to have more than one table in order to create association among data. Okay, so within one table or one file of data, we have plenty of attributes, okay, or columns of field values. So those are called data sets, okay. And in each table we have rows of data. So data sets consist of collection of attributes, okay. So data sets connect deeply with other data sets. So network data visualization show how they relate to one another within a network. Okay, so this relational network is especially a particular is actually meant, okay, to visualize data within a data set. Okay, so that we can see the connection. Okay, for example, in this diagram, connection between one data with another data. Okay, so in other words, relational network demonstrates relationship, okay, between data sets without worthy explanation. Okay, so yes, we do have to describe, okay, our visualization, okay, but with this kind of relational network diagrams of visualization, so you can explain, okay, whatever information that you want to show to the readers or to your audience, okay, without any wordy explanation. So before they read, okay, they go further and learn your storytelling, your explanation, so they will view this diagram first, okay, to get the overall idea, okay, what the story is all about. Okay, so it helps to visualize things, okay, how things are interconnected. Okay, so in computer science, okay, a graph is actually an abstract idea, okay, is an abstract idea, sorry, is an abstract data type that is meant to implement the undirected graph and also directed graph concepts from graph theory in mathematics. Okay, so basically the concept of relational network comes from the theory of mathematics. Okay, so in this table it shows you, it visualize how to differentiate between two types of graph. Okay, so for the directed graph, okay, so directed network diagrams show if the connections are one way or two ways through small arrows. So this is the explanation for directed graph. Okay, so it has to consist of okay, three vertices. Okay, 1 to 3 vertices is the line, okay, the arrows, not the arrows, is the line that connect from one node with another node. Okay, is called vertices. Okay, and then it has 4 directed edges. Okay, in this example, edges is the row. Okay, so 1 2, because of this is a double arrow, so it's considered 2 arrows. Okay, so and then whereas the undirected network diagrams only display the connection between entities. Okay, so this is undirected, so it just shows, okay, 3 vertices with 3 edges. Okay, so the edges here is the node. Okay, so vertices is the line connecting between nodes. Okay, so these are the basic, okay, basic graph that actually helps to create a visualization of a complex relational network. Okay, so this is example of the Star Wars social network. Okay, so if you are a Star Wars fan, okay, so you might know, okay, all this episode. Okay, so it is showing the I think these are the I'm not sure because I'm not fans of Star Wars, but I think these are the characters. Okay, characters in Star Wars. Okay, okay. So you can go to this website to learn more about this diagram. Okay, so basically this diagram is actually showing the social network of Star Wars. Okay, where the analysis is regarding two characters, okay, that were connected if they spoke in the same scene. Okay, so meaning that you can, you can see, okay, you can visualize something to show connection, okay, from two objects, okay, in a data. Okay, then we go to the basic concept of the relational network. Okay, so we're going to learn more about the elements of a relational network. Okay, so relational network diagram is also known as network graph, okay, network map, and node link diagram. So they are all within the same category of relational network visualization. Okay, so it uses nodes, okay, these are nodes, okay, and then links, okay, link lines to represent a graphical depiction of the network. Okay, so it creates a connection. Okay, so this is connection. Node 1, 2, 3, 4 has connection. So this is how it's being connected. Okay, so it helps to eliminate the type of relationship between a group of entities. Okay, so the components, okay, are nodes and links. Okay, so nodes are little dots, okay, or circles or icons. Okay, whereas the links are the simple lines, okay, that connect between nodes. Okay, so when it has, okay, arrows, it becomes a directed network. So if we don't have arrows, so it doesn't show any direction on the network. Okay, so the properties of a relational, okay, network objects. Okay, so when we mention the word objects, so objects is whatever thing or object that you can see on a diagram. Okay, so nodes, links, arrows are all objects for a relational network diagram or a relational network visualization. Okay, so the properties of a relational network diagram, okay, which we are talking about the objects, okay, can represent the variability of the data. Okay, for example, we can change the size of the node and the link stroke weight, meaning that you can put a larger line, okay, the size of the line here, so you can expand. Okay, so it shows some intensity. Okay, so it shows some proportion, okay, to the value, okay, of that particular object. Okay, so if you, let's say if this is node A and B, okay, and C, so the link between A and B is stronger, okay, than link between B and C because of the weight. Okay, because of the large weight, okay, of the line. Okay, bigger weight of the line, so meaning that the connection is stronger than from B to C. Okay, so that is how you can play with the property of a relational network. Okay, and even the size of the node can also be larger. I mean, you can enlarge the size. Okay, so it shows that the intensity is higher in A rather than in B and C. Okay, so the nodes and links in a network graph can be arranged in a variety of layout patterns. So it depends on the connection. It can turns up into something that is very unpredictable. Okay, so it depends on the connection. Okay, so just as like in this diagram, okay, so the relational network can become complex. Okay, so the density of the relational network diagram structure can be looked through the connections, okay, the arrangements and the clustering of the nodes. Okay, so this is the this is the drawbacks of relational networks. It has limited data capacity, and it start to become hard to read when there are too many nodes, and it actually resembles hairballs. Okay, so you can imagine that, oh, there are millions of connection here, and I don't think we can interpret, okay, the information that is being shown here on this relational network diagram. Okay, so this is an example of the world community on GitHub. So what is GitHub? So GitHub is a large community where coders or the computer scientists, computer programmers can collaborate on software development of a projects. So people, this is to show the activity of people when they check code in and out and they make editing. Okay, so it shows the connection. Okay, for example, if you make changes to one piece of software program, maybe another coders from India, okay, do the changes, and then 3 minutes later, someone from the Russia or from the US do some changes to that particular segment of the coding. Okay, so this shows the connection. Okay, or the relation network of the activity of computer scientist coding. So it becomes very haywire, and it is called, that's why we call it as, it looks like a hairballs. Okay,